Welcome everyone to Respect the Deck. I'm glad to have you here and happy to be sharing these collective messages with you that I'm channeling from Spirit. The first card here is the Nine of Swords. And this is a card that signifies distressing thoughts, a time of anxiety and worry. These thoughts keeping you up at night may be causing some insomnia. You may not feel like you can sleep or get proper rest because when you go to lay your head down at night, that's the time when all the thoughts come flooding in, causing you discomfort. You may be tossing and turning, just not able to get a restful sleep right now. You're just not in the right frame of mind. There's something that you're dealing with that's causing you this anxiety and worry that typically happens at night for you, for some of you. See, for the Emperor reversed, I feel like some of you may be mourning the loss of a father figure, if not a literal loss, potentially the loss of a connection with the father figure. Or maybe you're at odds with a father figure in your life. Maybe someone is not taking their role as a father seriously. Could be the father of your children, could be your own father. You know, they may not be taking their role as provider seriously. They may not be providing you with the means to have the resources necessary to survive. Which is not solely one person's job, but, you know, when it comes to one assuming that father role and being the man of the house, you know, that's part of the deal, is being a protector and a provider. And there may be a male in your life that's not living up to that particular role, not taking their emperor role seriously. Seven of Swords is here reversed. I feel like this card, some of you are being a lot more open with the way that you feel. You're not allowing yourself to be silenced. You're coming from a vulnerable state. There may have been someone who tried to steal from you, someone who tried to get away with doing things behind your back that were not signs of a true friend or a true partner. There may be somebody in your life that's trying to get away with, you know, that you caught on to, and now you're just not taking it. You're not being silent about it. You're, you know, calling people out on what they're doing, you know, that they're trying to get away with, that you feel is breeds distrust. But I feel like, you know, part of knowing who's in your life and what they're about allows you to make better decisions. It allows you to be more clear-headed and see things as they are, exactly as they are, and not sugarcoat. You know, this can be, there's the gift and the curse of that, because the King of Swords, he doesn't really watch what he says. You know, he's very rational and can come off as harsh. You know, so the King of Swords can be a sign that maybe, you know, you speak the truth, but do so in a way that's compassionate, have compassion behind your truth telling. You know, I have a friend that always tells me, you know, something that she heard once upon a time is that truth without compassion is brutality. And that'll always stick with me. Shout out to Intune Deep Tarot for bringing that concept to mind and, you know, it being relevant here. Then you got the Eight of Wands reversed, and I feel like this is a card that's going to signify the slowing of communication. So you may not be speaking as much with anyone, you know. You may not be getting a lot of calls or texts. This may be a time for reflection. And to also take a look at the people in your life and, you know, see who of them are competition and who are competition and who are there to truly help and support you. You know, there are people there are people in your life that may not have your back fully, may not, you know, truly support you or your true goals and desires. You may have fought against a lot of opposition, you know, when it comes to doing your own thing, you know, blazing your own path. You got to use discernment when it comes to people, you know, and there's some changes that need to be made in your life with the death card coming up bottom of the deck here. There are some changes that have to happen. You know, you don't have to fear those changes. But when death comes around, it's like change is coming regardless, you know. It's like if you don't make the necessary changes, then something in life will happen that'll cause those changes to be in effect. That's just how it is, you know. It's like the kid is there in the card at the bottom, just, you know, totally innocent. The priest passed out under the horse. Then you got the Pope being welcoming because he's a religious man. He's a spiritual man. He knows that, you know, death befalls us all, if that makes sense. But then you got the lady over there. She don't even want to look. You have to be able to face yourself. You have to be able to face the world, and you have to be able to make necessary changes when, you know, when you see certain changes need to be made. It's not about, you know, other people can't make that decision for you. You know, you have to make that decision for yourself. You have to use discernment. That's the only way. And if you look at the way the cards fall, you know, like, I'll just show you here, hold on. So you have the Nine of Swords and the King of Swords, you know, whatever is causing you to lose sleep, whatever's on your mind heavy that's causing you worry and distress. Use your logical and rational mind to try to get to the bottom of what it is and come up with a solution. If there are issues with a father figure in your life, like I said, it could be your own father, it could be, it could be a grandfather, it could be just someone in that role. The father of your children. Maybe communication has stopped with this person. Maybe communication will cease with this person. It'll make you, you know, wonder what really is, you know. But at the end of the day, you have to speak your truth, and you have to be, you know, upfront about what you see. You know, you have to be upfront about what you see. And also not, you know, delude yourself from seeing the bad out there, you know, and how there may be people around you that are not necessarily rooting for you. You may be up against some opposition, you know, especially for being the person that's telling the truth. If you're committed to the truth, you have a commitment to the truth, and you're going to tell the truth no matter what, like, that's not going to sit well with everybody. Just saying. But when it comes to changes, you know, that's something you got to get ahead of. You know, you could be afraid of it. You can try to ignore it. But ultimately, you know, if you know certain changes need to happen in your life, it's important to make those particular changes before the universe steps in and, you know, makes that change for you, which can be very, you know, unpleasant sometimes when it's abrupt and unexpected. But yeah, that's all I have. Respect the deck here, and I'm out. More information below. If you're interested in a personal reading or supporting the channel, feel free to donate. I will post that in the description box. All information leading back to me and your support. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a blessed day. Bye.